What's up, everybody? Jason Collins here. Make sure you continue to rate and review at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever it is that you download your audio podcast. If you want to join us at our official YouTube channel, go to Pull Up with Darius. And when you're there, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when something new's coming at you. Thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy the episode.
Like this. Have no more fear, 'cause your hosts are here. I'm bringing my friends. Come on, chime in with Mac tonight. Old Mac is back with friends. Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Pull Up, Darius and Friends. Continue to rate, review on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star rating, a glowing review, and we will probably maybe mention you on the podcast, on the channel. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, smash that notification bell so you will know when a new episode is coming at you. Darius, who do we have with us today?
We have, hey dude, you do that better than me.
I've done it so many times.
Jeez.
I've had so many failed podcasts.
There he goes with the jokes, ladies and gentlemen. We have some serious family matters. These are my sons, my boys, Nicco Tapia, Johnny Tapia. Well, you really Johnny Tapia too. We Johnny. The Johnny and Johnny.
Yeah.
Boxers, extraordinaire, influencers, moguls, entrepreneurs, the Tapia brothers, y'all.
Yes. I love seeing young entrepreneurs. Go-getters, no lazy kids around here.
Yo, man.
Right, yeah, right.
Yes.
I'm
Can't be lazy.
So both of yours names Johnny?
Yeah.
Creative
Yes,
parents.
So I'm Johnny Lee Lorenzo.
Johnny Lee Lorenzo.
I'm Johnny Nicco Tapia.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
They both sound cool as shit. You know what I mean? Hi, I'm Jason. And these guys have wonderful names. That's awesome, man. And you guys are MMA fighters?
No.
Boxing.
They're
Boxing.
boxers. Now look, we gotta
I was
talk.
gonna say I was looking at the ears.
But we gotta talk about this.
None of that.
No. How fly are they, right?
Fly. Well, they're Gen Z fly.
But we gotta talk
They
about.
have the alpaca hair. Thank you, Patrick Mahomes, for making that popular. But you guys got the broccoli hair.
But we gotta talk about why they're named Johnny.
Why you named John? Oh.
Their dad is Johnny Tapia.
Oh, okay.
The Johnny Tapia.
No, so you guys are
5-time
legends of a legend.
Yes,
Got
sir.
it.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
And they're carrying on the legacy.
I love it. You got more jewelry than that's probably more than my mortgage. I'm in the wrong business.
It's part of the fit. It's just all silver too.
Looks
so
good,
we
man. Looks good. Looks
Thank
good.
you.
So you guys are from Albuquerque.
Mm-hmm.
And I did say family ties, and yes, they are Latino, they're Mexican. I'm a Blexican, actually, technically.
What?
I'm looking at the contrast on screen right now on our skin. So you're wondering what's going on, and he's a Wexican.
Is that white Mexican? Hold on. You gotta understand, when I say things, I can't say certain things to you because when I say it, it can become pretty racist because I'm a white guy. So I gotta be careful with what I say.
Jason, you're white?
Yes, believe it or
Oh
not.
my God!
So you're
this
saying
time?
Mexican and white man because I'm married to him?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, you know, and this is Family Matters, and this is what it's about. We'll pull up, and this is what the world should be about. I mean, it's crazy because you never know who you're connected to, who's connected to you.
Yep.
And I'm so proud of these young men. I can't call y'all boys anymore. I mean, y'all were my babies, man. You know. It's awesome because you guys are so dedicated to your craft.
You gotta be.
What is that
You
like?
gotta be.
Yeah, you do. No, for real though.
Anything you do, you gotta be.
That.
But
But boxing, the work ethic that goes into that, the first of all, the stamina. People don't understand how long 2 minutes is
oh yeah.
until you're in a boxing ring.
Man,
It's crazy.
that's-
talk
that's
about
true,
that.
that's true.
You know what I mean? And you know, that's why I love watching a lot of armchair fans. Man, what he should have done is he's gassing out. I'm feeling like, get your ass in that ring. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, exactly.
But yeah, the discipline it takes to do what you guys do, it's a lot. To do it on an amateur level, but then to do it on the professional level is a
even crazier.
whole different game. Yeah, because
definitely.
man, that's crazy. When was your last fight? When was your last fight?
I want to say 3 months ago.
Really?
Yeah, 3
You
months
look
ago.
great. You didn't take any shots. Huh?
Nothing crazy, no.
Who won that match?
He didn't really hit hard. I lost that one.
How? Oh, knockout or
I,
decision?
It was decision.
Okay,
It was
good.
decision.
And when was your last?
It's been like almost a year, July.
Do you have stuff coming up that I want to?
Yeah, I was supposed to fight in like a month ago.
What happened?
and It just didn't go through.
Oh,
Like, the
now how does that work with? Is that a promotional issue or
Yeah,
is it?
definitely.
Okay, so had nothing to do with the two guys fighting.
No.
Because if it were me, it would have been all because of me that you didn't fight. I would have been like, I would have watched your training video and went, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing
No,
this.
he's dangerous. They're both dangerous. They have their own styles. As styles make fights.
Yeah.
He has their own. But Nico's a southpaw.
Okay, I was gonna say lefty,
Yeah.
righty, and all that.
Yeah, and Johnny's length makes him cold-blooded. Hey, Z is in the building too, y'all. Z is a MMA fighter. Hey, look at that. That's Mama Tapia. That is the gorgeous, amazing Teresa Tapia,
Hello.
the boss lady.
Are you the creator of these two amazing young men?
Yes, my babies.
Oh, the babies. You'll never stop being her babies. I know that one. My babies are voters. They're just, my babies are citizens. I know what you're saying. They're just grown.
Yes, they're grown. They're grown, but they're not because they always need mama.
Of course.
They act like they don't, but they do.
Oh, the toughest people on the planet still need their mommy.
I mean, especially when you have an amazing mother like yourself.
Yeah, you did.
No, seriously, you are the queen. I mean that. And I say that, because you wear so many hats. And you were a part of what started this legacy because you managed Johnny.
Yeah.
And now you're managing the boys. I can't say boys. And we
The
actually
young men.
Well, we actually co-manage because my quest and my goal is to make them movie stars.
And they got the looks for it.
Right?
They got the looks and they
And
got the
remember,
discipline.
Darius,
Yes.
when you were training to play a certain role, who trained you?
Johnny trained me. Johnny, that's my
What
dude.
happened?
Oh my God, he damn near killed me. I mean, I consider myself an athlete. I train pretty hard. I still, at my age, go hard.
Are we allowed to say what this role was?
Muhammad Ali, the Don King story.
I love hearing that.
I played the greatest of all time. And Johnny, that man just worked at a whole nother level. And he had me training in Big Bear where the altitude was crazy. You guys train in Albuquerque where the altitude is crazy. What's that like? What's that like for you guys?
No, you feel the difference.
Feel the
For one
difference?
of my fights, I was training in Houston, and then I went to Albuquerque to fight. It was actually in Santa Fe, so it's even higher than Albuquerque. And I felt the difference.
I know what you're saying because this is very similar. Like I did a show here in LA, and then a week later I was in San Francisco walking up a hill. I couldn't believe how hard I was breathing. It's the same thing, right?
So you guys,
Almost there.
the part of the reason Jason can really relate you guys because he actually is a
Before I retired into stand-up comedy, I taught martial arts for a living. I had my brother and I have an identical twin brother. Him and I, by the way, he's very good looking. Him and I owned and operated a martial arts school with our family. It was a family business.
Oh, that's dope.
I opened it when I was 21 and I retired from it when I was 41.
Damn,
And we
okay.
taught Kempo karate and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And karate is great and I loved it and it was a very disciplined thing to do. But where I feel like there's a little bit more of a comparison is with the jiu-jitsu.
Mhm.
Because when you're in a jiu-jitsu match for 3 minutes, it's exhausting. And that's what I tell people. People say,
how you feel about that, Z?
I know exactly what
bro,
For real though,
yes,
right?
the best cardio exercise in the world to me, I truly believe this is boxing training.
Absolutely. 1000%.
Because
I think so,
you're
too.
constantly moving, it's just constant movement.
No, I don't agree. Jiu-jitsu is different than boxing. It's a whole different level of.
No, I'm not talking about like the art. I'm talking about the
cardio
amount
tells you,
of
like, the
time in the
cardio.
No,
ring.
she knows she promotes I mean she's like
Yeah.
she knows what you mean.
There are huge differences. I 100% agree. There are huge differences. But what I was saying was That boxing training though is just like
I
did
agree
it
with
for
you.
a while because I wanted to fix. You know what I did to work on my cardio and jiu-jitsu? I did boxing training.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
And people are like, "Why are you doing that?" I'm like, "You don't understand, dude. Like
The amount of conditioning
it's
and
incredible
cardio that goes into it.
And it was to the point where I was like, "Is 2 minutes over yet? Is
Yeah.
2 minutes over
I
yet?"
feel
They're
that.
like, "Jason, it's been 10
now
seconds."
We also have, and we have bare knuckle, right? Which is going back to the beginning of how it all started. And if you look at the 1800s when boxing started in London or in the UK, it was all about, there was no gloves. It was almost gladiator style, right?
Mm.
And you just went at it. And your first round ended when you got knocked down. And now it's making a comeback, which I promote also, which is bare knuckle. And like I tell my boys, like I love my boys and they're beautiful looking boys. The one that got into like the street fighting, like his father, was Nico. Lo, thank God, he values his looks and he does a great job with it. They're both handsome kids. Nico never listened.
Hmm.
They're both
What?
Johnnies. We have to
People
go
are
by
trying me.
Nikolai and we have to go by Lorenzo.
Right.
And now I go to his older brother and I'm like, look, help me with this kid. I don't even know what to do with this kid. I don't know what to do. So bare knuckle is a whole other beast that's coming back. And Darius and I have talked about it. He has a lot of ideas of what we want to do with that going forward.
Mm.
Do you want to say what we're doing, Darius, or no?
We'll do that on another episode. We can kind of talk about the evolution of boxing though, and I want to talk, and I want to know how the boys feel about mixed martial arts. How do you feel about Lo, about mixed martial arts?
I
and
think
what it's
any
done?
mixed martial art in general is just like the amount of dedication it takes is insane. Like boxing, Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, MMA, like whatever you do, like any fighting sport. Like I give props to anyone that can do it. Like it's harder than anything else. That's for damn sure.
Nico, how you feel about MMA?
Whoever's doing any kind of mixed martial sport got my respect,
Yeah.
If you're willing to get hit in the face by someone else, by
That's for
any way,
damn
take a kick, an elbow, bro, you got my
And
respect.
then on top of that, to somebody to do that and then make money doing that,
Yeah.
Right.
that's amazing.
But speaking of that, and this is one of my issues, Tree, and we talked about this. I really have an issue with how they pay these MMA guys and how they're treated.
It's getting better from what I understand, but yeah, it's not. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So
Yeah.
now it's a different level though, Darius, because MMA, they've evolved. Now we're dealing with bare knuckle people. And
Yes.
remember,
Yep.
their father, who, God rest his soul,
Yes.
he was doing bare knuckle and MMA in the coolers of bars
Yes.
and he was
Yeah.
winning
Yes.
with no money. And it's like,
Yes.
so imagine when he turned pro, it was $50 a round. And
Well,
he was
Jeez.
Well, Johnny, yeah, right, $50 a round.
So the
That's
thing is,
crazy.
I think what you're saying with the bare knuckle, it's kind of the newer thing, and people, and it's
newer but older. Because it's
newer mainstream, newer, like people are noticing it, but it's been around forever.
So I was going to give our audience, I wanted them to know, Johnny, he was a dangerous man, one of the most kindest, sweetest human beings. If he really loved you, he rocked with you. If he didn't know you, he'd give you the shirt off his back. But if you were disrespectful or if there was an issue that needed to be handled, he was the first one to bomb and cuss. And there was a dangerous man.
Hey man, a gentleman.
Yeah, for real though. But
Gentlemen don't demand respect; they earn it, and that
That
sounds
part.
like what you're describing. Right
yeah,
now.
that part. Yeah, and so when Tree first brought bare knuckle to the table, and I was like, it's so barbaric. I was like,
But that's what they said about the UFC. That's the same thing they said
Mm-hmm.
about the UFC when there were people that they're like, this isn't going to go anywhere. This is too barbaric. People aren't going to, and they were dead wrong. That's what everybody wanted to see. I mean,
Yeah.
the UFC when it first started is nothing like the UFC that we have today.
Oh, definitely not.
I mean, my original instructor, Hoist Gracie, was the first UFC champion. His older brother, he invented the UFC, but it was literally like a jiu-jitsu guy against a karate guy, and then and a sumo wrestler against a kickboxer, and a judo guy against a taekwondo guy. Now, because everyone has learned to take all the best parts of all the martial arts and put them into one thing, now you just have this art form of MMA.
Definitely.
and I
yeah.
actually deal with
Yeah.
the Grace. and they're great people because they reached out to me. I'm going to do a fight in Brazil. I'm taking the boys there. They're very excited about that. With the Gracies, I'm actually doing a deal with them in Brazil.
Which ones? Which guys?
All of them. Like I'm telling you, it's been, I don't want to say their names because I don't know
Okay.
what they're going to say. But
Got
but like boxing, and they love that we're the Tapias and they're the Gracies. And
Yeah.
they're welcoming us to Brazil. They've sent us their event coordinators. They have been awesome.
Legacy names.
Yeah.
2 legacy
Yeah.
names
No,
together.
it's
That's
fine.
incredible.
They're
You're going to have boxing versus MMA.
That's going to be incredible. Where can we see this? Is it going to be streaming anywhere, or is it something we can only see live?
It's going to be streaming. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like out in public, and so there's a lot of noise. You will be seeing it soon. I'll send you guys all that information. But my boys are going to fight MMA guys. That's why this is a touchy subject tonight. MMA versus boxing.
So
And I have my money on boxers all the time.
Don't put this out there. We don't want nobody else trying to do what we doing, Tree.
Oh, sorry.
It's already yeah, but that's kind of how the UFC when it first started was.
Yeah.
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 That's cool.
We got
And hair. Again, now we're dealing with bare knuckle, which is another first. And I'm looking forward to it. Like, bare knuckle is amazing. It's the fastest growing sport in the whole world right now. And I'm so proud to be a part of it. And
Now-
if people think barbaric, but it's not. It's
no.
going back to the beginning of what boxing was.
Look, we got to take this call. Somebody calling in right now.
Bye, Mom.
Thank you.
Tree. Thanks, Tree.
Bye.
All right. Hey, what's up? That's Makdessi.
okay.
You guys started without me. What's going on over there?
Oh man, we sorry, man. You know, we just rolling along, man. You know, but we want you to come in and come and hang out with us, man. We were talking about some MMA stuff, and you right on time. You look like you walking into the gym.
Yeah, I'm a little intimidated.
I
I'd
just
rather
left-
him be on the
I just
TV.
finished the workout.
Of course he did. hey man, all y'all are just like fly dudes. Like,
I know.
Makdessi,
How do you
you-
stay so pretty? Remember when fighters used to be ugly?
man, you ain't got no, because he no cauliflower ears. No, how do you do it?
Well, I appreciate the compliment. I mean, I just try to be smart, I guess, but it's not easy in the fighting business. You are gonna get hit, but I take that as a compliment. You know what I mean?
Right on, man. They're two kind of fighters, right? Those who have been hit and those who are gonna get hit.
who do the hitting?
Well, they're
There's
three. They're right.
Yeah, I have one of the highest defensive rate in the UFC. One of the highest defensive status, where I don't get taken down or I don't get hit actually. So I'm proud of my defensive counter striking ability. That's why I was I've been in the mixed martial art world for a long time, but I was always a big fan of boxing. Even at my age, even at 40, I feel like maybe I can just try to cross over.
Did you just say 40?
I'm 40. Yes.
Holy shit.
40.
I am on the wrong diet, y'all.
That's crazy, man.
It's just I'm a big fan of my inspiration is like Manny Pacquiao, Bernard Hopkins, just being disciplined. I avoid all the white noise. I travel. I've been camping since the fight I was supposed to.
You're gonna go camping?
Yeah.
No, I said I was in camp in Phoenix. I was getting ready to fight at the promotion ICS boxing promotion versus Diego Sanchez, but that whole thing got pulled through, and that was a big
See,
disappointment.
when a non-fighter hears camp, we think s'mores intense and shit. But you're talking about a fight camp.
training camp, fight camp, yeah.
So
I'm talking fighting language. I'm a fighter, brother.
Yeah,
right?
I love it.
Fighting language.
So being that I've been around fighting for quite some time because of mi familia, I understand, I get it. And at one point, I actually wanted to fight. I really wanted to box professionally. They put the kibosh on that and stopped it because I had to keep acting and I had to make a choice, and that didn't happen. But I still train. Nico and Lo, you were gonna fight on that last card with Rampage
Yeah.
and Rashad Evans, right?
Mhm.
And they were gonna actually box.
Yeah.
So you guys, and I'm gonna go in this way, in this order. What is that like dealing with promoters and who don't come through and stuff falling apart? What is that like in that world?
I'll start. I mean, it sucks. I got ready. I lost all kinds of weight. I was mentally preparing myself for like a month before, just pro debut. and just for it to not even go down is a real big bummer. You know,
Man.
but
And usually it all comes down to some sort of money issue. Am I wrong?
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's always like,
yeah.
oh, the money fell through, the financing fell through, and
Yeah, some shady promoter not keeping their word.
Right.
Because
because that happens in our business all the time.
All the time too. It does.
All the time.
Project's supposed to go,
Promises. And hey, bro, a month or so before, had to cancel the gig, not enough tickets sold. And,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I
ours
can't
was
imagine.
maybe like 6 days before.
See, and in
Yeah,
my
6 days.
in my case, it's just I was going to tell jokes, but with you guys, you're on this training regimen. You're doing weight stuff. You're getting ready for some crazy physical shit.
Right, and
And for have that,
it's not just a couple of weeks either. It's 3 months.
yeah,
3
it's a
months at
long time of
you know, and
training. I bet.
You're paying for your trainers, your coaches, your
Damn.
your nutritionalists, like
And
everything.
then the rug gets pulled out, and you're like,
Yeah.
fuck.
yeah.
But you guys are professionals, so you keep training no matter what. You're
yeah,
always
definitely.
training. Yeah.
Makdessi, what was that like for you? Because you were gonna fight Diego. So how did you feel about that when you heard that it was off?
Fucking angry.
I bet.
Man. And you know what's really messed up?
I don't want to make him angry.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this in a room full of fighters, with all due respect, because y'all my peoples. Fighters are some of the most unstable people, as are entertainers, that you could ever come across. So I don't understand. I mean, there was this one fight where they didn't pay the fighters. They didn't pay for the ambulance. It was in Arizona. I'm like, as a promoter, what is wrong with you? What kind of death wish do you have? Like
They're not even thinking on that level, because so many people on that side of it, and you'll probably agree with me too, sir, they're shady, they're con artists, they're scammers, they're just thinking about the buck. They're not thinking about the shit you guys are putting your bodies through.
No, I'm talking about these fighters turning and wanting to kill them.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they're not thinking about it. Because they're thinking, they're only thinking of this one thing when they're like, hey buddy, you're kind of dealing with some people you don't want to fuck with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oof.
Which is probably why there are so many fighters now who are promoting their own fights, because they can guarantee that it's going to happen. And you guys, as entrepreneurs, is that something we're going to see from you guys?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, and this first card in July will be our first card that we throw.
Unless you have, I feel like for fighters to promote themselves, that takes a lot of energy. You know, I think a fighters. Here's the thing. You know, I mean, I mean, those guys. You know, they're very fortunate. They come from a fighting family. They're in that fighting. But someone like myself, who I have no one in my bloodline is a fighter. I'm the only fighter in my whole bloodline. Started martial arts at 8 years old and competed in UFC at the age of for 13 years, and I had to travel the world. I went through all the mug. I went through all the bullshit, all the like people that didn't give a fuck about me, just a number. I mean, the reality is you're just a number, right? People are not gonna, unless you're born in a family of fighters and it's like they're gonna take care of you. It's very hard, you know what I mean? That's why, like, there's a very few Floyd Mayweathers, a very few guys that have good people around you. But if you have a good people around you,
But hold on, let me say this though. They are fortunate, but they do not get babied. I mean,
I'm not talking about being
no.
babied.
I know what you're saying. I'm saying no, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying
You're
that
talking about support system.
but I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying that they have an amazing support system. But
here's the thing: during the gym, they're in the gym getting better. They're not making calls and trying to get business investors. They're not making calls. That's not their job. Their job is to be the best boxer that they can be, because as a fighter, you can't be a fighter and be in the gym and try to make business calls. You cannot spread yourself thin.
And you're right.
If you want to be at the highest level.
You're right. And so they were born into it. So it is easier for them to have an understanding of it. They've been reared to do it. And they understand both sides.
Great team behind them.
Great team behind them as well, and they're carrying on a legacy. You're right. Now, with that said,
I feel what you're saying too.
But with that said, my humble opinion, I feel that it's harder to promote your MMA just because of the bureaucracy in MMA. Like boxing is an older sport. A lot of the guys who are around Don King, Bob Arum, you don't even see them anymore. I mean, really, honestly, somebody had to pick up the mantle, and there's room for new blood. There's really, honestly, not much room in MMA for new blood. I mean, would you guys agree?
The reality is, if you don't have millions of followers and you're not a world champion, it's very hard to make your own promotion. That takes a lot of in my opinion, it takes a lot of intelligence, a lot of you gotta be good with sales. You know, it's very complex. Look at John Jones. He's a world champion in the UFC, and he's struggling with the UFC.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to get too into the whole UFC.
No, that's
but I had a
good.
very, it's
No,
a
no.
very bitter. My experience with UFC, they're fucking. I mean, especially Dana White. You know, I don't have nothing good to say about Dana. I have nothing good because I always stay quiet. A lot of fighters are quiet. Why? Because they have no other options. Because UFC monopolized, right?
They cornered the market, right?
And the thing is now, since I'm not in the UFC, I'm fucking talking, man. I don't give a fuck. You know, I posted one of my payouts after 13 years. It's an embarrassing. People think
I
you're a
just said
UFC
this.
fight.
I just was saying that.
People think that you're a UFC fighter. You know, I've been holding this for years. I've been holding this in for years and years of abuse. Fighters get abused. People don't even know the shit we go through, and we have to shut the fuck up, and we just have to obey and listen, because because we have pure heart. We want to make everyone happy around us. We want to give back to our family. We want to give back to our community. We want to live a life with a purpose. But here's the thing: when you need someone, when you're down and they kick you while you're down, for me, there's no honor in that, right? Fighters, we have honor. We beat up each other, but we always show respect. We
Right.
always shake hands. All my opponents, I always respect them. I always show respect. We're gonna kill each other, but we understand each other. We're not gonna go behind each other's
Right.
back and stab each other.
Right.
We're not gonna
Right.
stab each other. Dana White, all these guys, you know what I mean? They don't give a fuck. They do whatever they want. They monopolize the game. They underpay us tremendously. That's
I
why
just
there's
said
two.
it.
That's why there's two lawsuits that's been going on for the past 10, 11 years. If you look at UFC, it's called the class action lawsuit versus the UFC. It's been going on for 10 years, and now it's actually, they settled for $365 million that they're gonna pay out to 1,200 fighters that was signed to the UFC. So think about that for a second. And now Dana is promoting the fucking the dumbest thing in the world. I don't even know how that's a sport, power slap.
What?
And then now he's going to the boxing scene promoting the Canelo fight. So I mean, that's fucking wild to me.
So let me start. I'm gonna start this way. Again, where do you think the future of boxing and MMA are going? What do you think? Because I mean, I feel like honestly, it's hard for me to look at boxing matches these days. It really is, because we're talking about Jake Paul. We're talking about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, which it was completely fixed. No disrespect to Mike at all. Mike, you my dog.
That was
You
a
already
show.
know that.
That was
a
a
show. And I really wish that Mike, for his, and that's why there was this clip of Mike Tyson when this little girl asked him about legacy, and he was like, "What do you mean about legacy?
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
fuck,
Yeah, I
fuck
remember
that
that.
legacy. It's stupid. Like, what the fuck you think? You think that people are gonna? I don't give a fuck. I think it's a fancy word that somebody gets made up, and like
a
somebody
great
gives a
Mike
fuck about
Tyson,
me
by the
when
way.
I'm gonna die. Somebody gives a fuck about me. Oh, let me say legacy. He said this, and I understand why he did that. I understand why he did that, because he knew. Because the girl was like, my generation seeing you fight for the first time, and you're furthering your legacy. Kids who didn't know you, and now I understand why he did it, because he knew what he had to do.
Right.
So how do y'all feel about like where we are with it, Jay Paul?
I say with like boxing is I feel like a lot of the boxers are doing it for money now. So you barely even see a fight. Most of the time the people are running. Most of the time it's just like, I don't know, like this past weekend of boxing, it just kind of like set the tone of like, damn, is this really what boxing turned into?
Right.
Not the Inoue fight though. The Inoue fight, he
Yeah.
tore him.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that fight.
But hold on, Nico. I'm gonna say this, and I love you for saying that. But you know, with your style of fighting, how you get in there, I'd be like wishing that you would just like, you ain't gotta bang all the time. Like I'll be wanting
No,
you just
yeah,
to.
most definitely. But like, come on, thug. You're fighting, you know? Like, come on now. Like,
No, I feel you. I respect that. I respect that.
I don't know. I don't remember how old you guys. How old are you guys?
I'm 20.
I'm 24.
Well, there you go. That's exactly why. So when I was my 20, I mean, I don't give a fuck. I would fight. It was all about the fight. I mean, here's the thing, right? When you suffer multiple injuries, when you sacrifice everything, and then you realize how low you feel when you suffer a loss, because you're gonna know when you're always winning and you're always on a high. I mean, life is great, right? It's easy to be a motivational speaker, you know, especially with today's day and age, with everyone is a motivational speaker. Everyone is all these motivational guys. Easy to motivate other people when you're successful, but I want to see you motivate when you're not successful, when you failed
Oh,
over
that's when
and
it
over,
counts.
when you made mistakes, right? So to answer your question, it's not that today now it's about I come from an old school martial art. What does that mean? That means, you know, I come from a Lebanese family where I shut the fuck up, I stay quiet, I don't speak, I don't talk, I suppress my emotions, and I just obey and I follow instructions, right? I never talk back to my mother, I never trash talk to my
I mean,
family.
that's like black folks. You
So
sound
here's
like
the
a
thing.
brother.
So and fighters, we don't speak, but now it's all about entertainment.
Yeah.
So now guys like Jake Paul, who has a lot of money coming from that TV world, real fighters are not. Fighters are from the streets who struggle, who have hardship. They're not they're not educated. They don't have a big
That,
vocabulary of words,
but
right? These are
that's
things
my
that
point. But that's my point.
the fighting game today it's changed. It's
And
before
there's-
it was about fighting. Now it's more. You have to be a fighter, but you need to know how to sell yourself.
Yeah.
You need to be multiple. You need to be a jack of all trades. Before it was a master of one, but now it's like you
Well,
gotta be a jack
hold on
of all
now.
trades.
Muhammad Ali was the first self-promoting fighter. He was amazing, man. And some of your dad's sound bites after the fights are amazing. But I hear what you're saying. He was one of a kind. Muhammad Ali
Also-
there would never be another.
To the point
But
of what?
but that's a unique, you know. Those
Yeah,
type
that's
of fighters,
an
Never be
outlier.
like-
To your point. To your point.
Not every fighter is good like that.
No.
I mean, I was never comfortable in talking. I never liked to talk. To be honest,
And there was
I
a time.
never- I
And
was
there was a
never
time when you didn't
talker.
have to.
Right.
There was a time when you didn't have to talk. You just get out there and you do the fight. And to your point, and this is the complaint I've had, and you've heard me say this, what has changed a lot of different forms of entertainment, in my opinion, for the worst, is social media. And so as soon as you put social media in the game, and you got guys like Jake Paul who are quote unquote influencers, now the people behind the scenes that they're the money people, they're going to be like, we got to put him on the screen.
I will knock Jake Paul out.
Because that's what it
I
put butts in
promise
the
you.
seats, and that's what's going to get people.
I will knock Jake Paul the fuck out. Oh God, I will train. I will hurt that boy.
I hope
oh
he sees
God.
this. I hope
What?
he sees this.
What?
But that goes.
Man,
But here's the
please.
thing. Here to the point I'm saying is the fact that you're saying that, and then
I mean it.
I know. And in today's reality, because of social media, that fight can happen.
I hope it do.
That fight
Hey,
can
Jake,
happen,
Where
and
you
people
at?
will spend
Where
a
you-
lot
Hey
of-
Jake. Hey, I'm gonna put my money on me,
And a lot of people will,
and I'm gonna
will-
bet on the round you gonna lose. That's called a split bet, homie.
But there's the thing. More people are gonna go want to watch that fight than real fucking fights.
No, that's a real fight. I'm gonna beat his ass.
But you're not a career boxer, and neither is he.
No, I hear what you're saying.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like these guys are
But
the
I'm gonna
pros.
train like I'm a career boxer because look who I got around me.
I want to talk to I wanna ask the boys.
The Tapia boys, the Tapia brothers.
The Tapia, correct? The ICS, the whole promotion in Albuquerque. Did you at least get some compensation for your training camp?
Nothing at all.
That's fucking
That's
wild,
really
man. That's
fucked
crazy.
up.
No, that's what I was saying, and that's why I was asking, where do we think that boxing is going? And one thing I will say about Dana White is, and this is really fucked up, okay? I try not to curse. I'm working on that, since I got my doctorate. But, I mean, they're the gyms. They're the fights that are happening. Boxing has none of that. All the gyms are private. There's not an actual boxing gym. I mean, God bless Floyd Mayweather for trying to do it. But, I mean, kids don't even learn. When I took up martial arts, it was because I had ADHD and my mom wanted me to have something to do to focus on set when I wasn't working. And I just jumped in and went crazy. It was my thing.
Right.
Boxing, when I took it up, it was actually for a role. And I really got so into it, I couldn't stop. Today, I feel like there's not that kind of dedication. Like you said, Nico, they're all doing it for money. The one thing I will say about the MMA is that there is a place to go do it. Like there's all these little boxing gyms everywhere, offshoots. How do we fix that?
What do you mean? There's not enough just regular mom
Like
and pop type boxing
Yeah,
gyms that you could just go to. They're all sponsored by some bigger company.
Well, MMA. I'm saying at least UFC did that. So
They
now
have the
when
UFC
kids
gyms?
see,
Okay.
bro, when they
Okay,
see
I see
that
what you're
kids want to
saying.
grow up and become a UFC fight, they can go to that. They have cryo chambers in there. They have. That's what I will say that at least that they did. We don't have that for boxing. You don't know whether you're getting a good boxing class. You don't know where you're going. Like when you see Tapia Fight Shop, when you see you guys, like Makdessi was saying,
Well,
you guys know.
I'm a big fan of. No, let me cut you off. I don't agree with you because UFC, it's a brand. They branded themselves,
Yes.
and that's good for the company, but that's not good for the fighters and individual. Think of it like it's corporate, right? Think of it like those guys are good. Boxing, you need small businesses to strive.
Yes. That's where the real.
We live in a world where all the big corporations eat all the small businesses.
And what they're doing with those UFC gyms is they're
Right.
just slapping their name on a building.
That's why the 1% is rich.
Yeah.
And we live
That's
in
a
a
good
world
point.
where they don't spread the wealth. They don't.
You're
they
right.
They're very greedy. They want to keep all the wealth.
You're
and
right.
give you just a crumb, so you always come back to them.
You're right. You're
Right?
talking my
But
language because I believe everything we've been taught is a
boxing is
lie.
an open market and it's great. Boxing is an open market and it's great. And if you're talking about like cryotherapy and all that stuff, yeah, I mean that's good. Boxing gyms, if they want to do that, but ultimately, like right now where I'm at, it's called Central Boxing Gym, and I love it. It's old school, no air conditioning. It's like you can
No,
know.
I get it. That's how I trained. I get it. You know.
I mean, real fighters don't care about these things because we can figure that out. We don't care about how it looks and whatever it is. We care about the teaching. Your good environment, good team, but we don't care about all that. I mean, I never cared about that. The UFC is we don't benefit from these things when it's too much manufactured, when it's like a monopoly and it's corporate. You know what I mean?
I
To be
agree.
honest with you, UFC actually died out because I experienced it from the fighter's perspective because I was in it since 2010 when the Fertitta brothers owned it. It was very quality, and then when it got bought from a bigger company, it just got diluted. Like they're flooded with so much
like
fighters.
everything else, yeah, like anything
there's
else.
there's so many fighters are getting into the UFC, so it's like there's always fights. People don't even remember the fights unless it's a big name, like a John Jones or a Conor McGregor. But guys like us, like the middle class fighters are suffering because if you're not number one, you're gonna be forgotten. And age creeps in. I mean, they're gonna throw you out because for the UFC, it's a lot better to sign a guy who's 20 years old, who would fight for $6,000 is fucking nothing, right? Okay. Versus a guy like me who's been in the game for over 13 years. I'm more smarter. I'm not gonna just say yes to any fight they give me, right? But like I learned that the hard way. I fought Donald Cerrone 2 weeks notice. I had no support. I just finished a fight. And they only paid me 20,000. When I was 26, 20,000 is a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
But thinking about it now, at the age, I should have fucking asked for a lot more.
Well, let me tell you this: just if it makes you feel any better, they do entertainers the same way. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's
we're constantly getting lowballed. Yeah, but
I mean, it's ridiculous.
But the difference is we're not putting our life on the line. We're not putting our face on the line, our bones on the line.
Hold on, we're putting our names on the line.
Our names, true.
You get a bad show, you'll never get another. I mean, it'll be a while, and they looking at you.
That explains my career. Damn.
Yeah, so you guys have fights coming up next. What's your weight class, Nico?
Middleweight.
And Johnny, Lorenzo, what's yours? L?
I'm lightweight.
Johnny 1, Johnny 2.
Lightweight. Like, how do you guys feel? What's your weight class?
For me?
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be my first pro boxing debut, so I'm not really familiar with. What would you consider 155, 160? What weight class is that?
That's welterweight.
Yeah, I think
that's welterweight. Yeah.
So then I'll be like a welterweight. But I was supposed to fight Diego at a heavier weight class because he didn't want to cut weight. He wanted me to fight him at 180. I walk at 175.
Right. Hold on. So for the guys that are watching out there, when he says cut weight, that means drop weight, lose weight, and he walks at 185 means he's walking around when he's not training his walk, his usual fighting weight is 185. That's
185 or 175?
No, 175.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, 175. My bad. So I'm glad you brought that up. And the reason I asked this question is because what you was talking about when you guys are training, what is it that you go through when you are cutting weight? What's your regimen? How you had to drop weight, right? And I remember times when your dad wouldn't eat. I mean, like right before. I mean, like making weight is a big thing for a fighter, man. Like that's a lot of stress. How was that for you this last?
I did it myself this time, but before, like, it was like I had a nutritionist, you know, and there's really like a whole science behind dropping weight and like being able to do it, you know, like a healthy way. But
right,
I don't know. This time around, I just did it by myself because I didn't have a nutritionist.
Yeah,
and then I had to drop. What was it? It was like 25 pounds.
God, dog.
I wish I could do that.
So I was walking around like at 195, but I was also like chunky. I wasn't working out before that.
Right.
And
he laughed.
How was it for you though? Because you being taller, like how was it?
Honestly, I don't really ever have to lose weight. I normally like walk around at what I fight at.
Right.
So
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Don't really gotta lose
Makdessi, what did you say? You had to. What? So you dropped. That was a welterweight from 175. What was that? 10 pounds? 15?
No, that's 20 pounds. I mean, 175 to 155. That's
155. That's 20 pounds you dropped, dude.
But here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. Like, this is a whole other conversation that people cut weight to have a size advantage in the UFC. I was considered a smaller guy. Like the guys in the lightweight division, on average, weight they float around 185, 190, right? And they're a lot bigger than me, like size-wise. So I technically speaking, I was supposed to cut to 145, but I was like, there's no fucking way I'm gonna do that. I love food. I love to enjoy myself. I don't want to live a life of focusing on diet, and I rather develop my skills and take the risk and fight good guys, good competitors. Like the issue is we're all scared to have the zero loss, because at the end of the day, winning is all that matters, because if you win, you make money. If you lose, you don't make money. It's that simple. So fighting a strong competitor in the UFC, they don't. When you're in the UFC, you're fighting lions. You're fighting wolves.
Right.
You know. Quick question on the money thing. You said if you lose, you don't make any money.
No, you make less.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that would fucking go to work and not get paid.
What I meant to say, like, you make less money. You know? You don't make the full potential when you lose.
Hey, listen, Makdessi, we're going to let you go because your connection is bad.
God bless.
All right, bro.
Pleasure talking to you, buddy. Pleasure talking to you.
All right, bro. Right on, man. For sure. Bet.
We don't need these anymore, by the way.
No, we don't need these anymore. Unless we want to hear ourselves talk. Do you guys foresee any MMA possibly in your futures?
I thought about it. Just like something like doing another like martial art, I think, other than boxing would be cool. Just hopping in there and doing it for the one time. But
MMA is one thing, but like the chance of being injured is, especially if boxing is your bread and butter, the chances of being injured and hurting a joint or something like that, they're so high in MMA, right? But like if you did, let's say, just straight Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in a controlled environment, that's cool, I think. But I wouldn't want to like risk the boxing career.
But I'm asking that because now it's about marketing, though, Jason. It's different now. Like that's why I'm asking. I mean, and they do have other options, but I mean, just to break a record.
I'm good. I'd never do that. I'm good, bro.
Gotta love the honesty.
Bro. But if an MMA fighter want to box, we could box. Of course.
There you go. Yeah.
No, I mean, I was just, and I understand it. I get it. I'm just saying, you know, I mean, I would fight Jake Paul in an MMA fight.
Hey, didn't we talk about this earlier? Let's
I'm
talk
sorry.
about
Give him this fight. Give him this fight.
Just for the sport of boxing, man.
I don't know a lot about it as far as this Jake Paul thing, because it just seems like silliness to me. But does he? I know he boxes and he's training in boxing, but does he do?
I respect.
Does he do Muay Thai? Does he do Jiu-Jitsu? Is he
just boxing?
Yeah, have an MMA fight with him.
That's what I'm giving him an edge, because if it was just straight boxing, I would beat his ass. So I'm giving him an opportunity, and I'm saying this, Jake. If you want to do it, we could do MMA. However you want to do it, and this one's for Mike Tyson.
How old is he?
However you want to do it. I don't care.
I know. I just wondered if you knew. I just wondered if you knew how old he was and how his lungs work and how.
I'm a black man who's been overlooked, who's hungry, who's doing this for Mike Tyson.
Who was born in 1970. sorry.
So guys,
No,
I'm
I know
sorry.
you are.
I'm
You're a
possessed.
natural promoter, you. Maybe you should have played Don King in that movie.
No.
Was
I
it
was
Ving,
born
right?
to play the greatest of all time.
Was it Ving, right?
Yeah, he actually won an Emmy for that.
Wow.
He won an Emmy for that, and he gave
That's
it.
dope.
Yeah,
My buddy-
he won a Golden Globe. My correction, and he gave it to Jack Lemmon, and they
Can I tell you
he never won another award after that because the industry looked down upon him for actually giving his award away.
Boy.
Jack Lemmon died and gave the award back to Ving. He got it back, but you know you have to have that killer
So
instinct.
a buddy of mine
in the game.
A buddy of mine who I grew up with,
Yes.
who you happen to know, texts me a painting of you as Ali. Byron.
Yeah.
Our mutual buddy Byron.
Byron, yes.
And I was like, that needs to be on the wall at the podcast studio.
Okay. All right. We'll
Yeah.
put it up. Yeah, we'll put it up. How do you guys feel about, speaking of Muhammad Ali and legacy? How do you guys feel about fighters who, like your father, who have left legacies? And I mean, other than Johnny, who's your dad, was one of my top 3 of all time. Who else has inspired you guys?
Jason Collins.
Honestly, as far as like fighters leaving legacies, I think it's really cool because, I mean, my dad's left that door open for us to either do it or to not do it. But even if we didn't do it, I mean, even through all the connections that they've made over the years and things like that, I mean, there's endless possibilities that we could be doing. Like we'll be promoting our own show in July.
Right.
And that'll be the first show that we promote other than, you know, just fighting on it. So that's
So
pretty cool
dope.
too. But as far as like any other ones go, I think the Vargas brothers, I think they're really, really cool. Like Fernando Vargas.
Bad boys.
And they're
bad.
all really, really cool. But
See, I love this with boxing. This is what I think stand-up is missing in a lot of ways, stand-up comedy, because you guys know who the legends are. You don't. You'll never go, who's that?
No,
you know your
they're the
history
truth, man. They're the truth.
because of your father, obviously.
Right.
But like a buddy of mine
And
was
their mother.
a buddy of mine was on the Comedy Store patio, and he overheard a comedian explaining to another comedian who Richard Pryor is.
Bro, that I
And
was
I'm
talking
like-
to some comedian about who Red Fox was.
And they didn't know who it was.
I don't
And
understand
I wish we
that.
had that same level of respect in our world, and it's just
No.
it's just
not
something
gonna
that
happen,
social
Jace.
media is killing.
It's not gonna
You know,
happen.
if you're not a TikTok star, they don't know who the hell you
Well,
are.
I'm gonna tell you this
Right.
though, because all of them think that they can do what we do. They just think that. I mean, people don't know what we go through. That's why when you see the story behind the scenes, you're like, oh, I didn't know that they had to do all that and they went through that. In fighting, I feel that there's a certain, like Nico just said, man, I'm cool, I'm good. I ain't fighting no MMA dudes. I'm boxing.
Respect level.
There's a certain level. I mean, some people are not gonna run 6 miles a day, and they know they can't do that.
Here's
So they're
why
not
he
even
thinks
gonna
that
play
way.
with it.
Here's why he thinks that way, because he's gone through the training. He knows what it takes to be amazing at something.
Right.
And how many times in your guys' field do you have people come up to you and go, man, I think I could get in
Ain't
there.
nobody
And
doing
all
that.
the time.
all the
They
time,
do it to
right?
y'all. They
No.
did really
And
do that to y'all.
But here's why. Because they make it look easy.
They do.
Because they're pros.
Yeah.
Like when I'm on stage, people go, I could do that because I'm making
Bro,
the
that's
20
hardest
years
thing.
that I put
That's
into
the hardest
it.
thing in the world. And you
Look
so
easy,
fly
and that's
with
what these guys are
Now
doing.
you make it look for real, and that's the hard. Getting up and doing stand up, I've done it, man.
I did it. I watched
That
him do it.
shit, you be up there feeling like you dying.
Yeah.
You be 3 minutes into it, and you start off with a good little joke. You be feeling like, yeah, I got this.
Oh,
I'm
man.
cool. You be like, I mean,
But
it
the
could be naturally funny.
layman will go, I think I can do that.
Yeah.
Hey, so maybe you guys will come back and come and hang out with us.
Definitely.
And we'll
I love
lock
this,
something
man.
in.
I love talking to you guys, getting the insight on your thing. I love talking to him. That was,
And Makdessi was
you know,
cool.
because I'm going to be honest. When I stopped doing martial arts, I stopped watching it. I didn't watch UFC. I think about 2 or 3 years ago, I started getting back into it and looking back into it because a buddy of mine is real heavy. You know Russell Peters, stand-up comic Russell
yeah.
Peters. He boxed for years, and he's heavy into boxing. His friends are boxers, and like I got to meet Lennox Lewis because of him and stuff.
That's dope.
So then I started getting back into it and wanted to see who's doing it now. That's why I like seeing these guys, the young cats coming up doing it. So man, I love going outside of my lane. I'm not going to try to be in your lane.
So
I'm just checking my blind spot. I'm staying in my
you have
lane.
to come to their fight.
I'll come ringside.
Hey, Nico, who is some of your favorites other than your dad? Who's some of your favorite
boxers?
Yeah, boxers.
Roberto Duran.
Yes.
Mike Tyson. Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Robinson. Both of them.
Tell you what,
there's so many. Like I love them all, bro. That's
the names that you just said, it's like my childhood.
so many.
And those were big events when I was. Remember when we were kids, you just couldn't wait for. And I think HBO got the contract for a long time, and you knew when the big fight was coming on HBO.
Yeah.
I remember Duran, Leonard. I remember Hearns and Hagler.
Epic.
I remember, you know what I mean? I remember those fights, and it's
Epic.
Was it Holmes and Tyson? And I remember my
That
dad.
was payback for Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
Because Holmes beat up Muhammad Ali so bad that he told Mike.
I seen that. Yeah.
I remember when I was a
badass.
kid, we would pay-per-view these fights.
That's why I'm a DJ Paul like
And
that.
when
It's
I
gonna
met-
be payback for Mike.
When I met Mike Tyson the first time, I gotta tell you
Someone
the
needs to
story.
do that for Mike. Someone needs to do that for Mike.
So when I met Mike Tyson the first time, he was doing his one-man show at the same comedy club that I was working, and we met after the show and shook hands. And I go, man, my dad loved and hated you. He's like, why did he hate me? I go, well, he loved you because you're the greatest, but he hated you because we would spend money on these pay-per-view fights, and it would only be 11 seconds long.
I bet that must have been crazy, like seeing all those older fights, like
It was
like firsthand, like that would.
and back then the heavyweight fights were 15 rounds.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane to me because one round is crazy to me. 15?
Man, when you get to the past one, you're right. Your legs feel like they tree trunks.
And seeing them still going at the
15, they would be just flying, just reckless, abandoned.
And
just
then the
going
heavyweights
crazy,
near the
throwing
end, they're just
15.
laying on each other.
Oh, yeah.
They're literally just laying on each other. You know.
Man, this is awesome. Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in. This is Nicco Tapia, Lorenzo Tapia, my co-conspirator. Sean is not here. David's not here this week, but we give shots out. What's your social media, Nico?
My Instagram is Johnny Nicco Tapia.
Low.
My Instagram is Johnny_JLT.
Mine is Jason Collins.
And Teresa's is Teresa Tapia Promotions, y'all. Go follow.
What's up, everybody? Jason Collins here. Make sure you continue to rate and review at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever it is that you download your audio podcast. If you want to join us at our official YouTube channel, go to Pull Up with Darius. And when you're there, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when something new's coming at you. Thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy the episode.
It's only going to get better. Tapia Brothers.
Yes, sir.
All right. We out. Let's pull up with Darius and friends. You know what it is.
Have no more fear, 'cause your hosts are here. I'm bringing my friends. Come on, chime in with Mac tonight. Old Mac is back with friends. Yeah.